Welcome back. I got a shower shaving. I feel a little tired today and I'm sneezing. And I have a little headache. So, but I like to read this Hyundai Motor Company. And I will make a video about it in my language, Danish. That was my plan, but maybe I cannot do that today. So this is a really large car manufacturer. They're owning this Kia brand, South Korea. They're owning the Kia car brands.
Hyundai Motor Company. Hyundai Motor Company, often referred to as Hyundai Motors, Korean, listen, and commonly known as Hyundai, HJND, modernity, is a South Korean multinational automotive manufacturer headquartered in Seoul, South Korea, which was founded in 1967. Currently, the company owns 33.88% of Kia Corporation, and owns a luxury cars subsidiary, Genesis. The three brands altogether make up the Hyundai Motor Group. Hyundai operates the second largest automobile manufacturing facility in the world in Ulsan, South Korea, which has an annual production capacity of 1.6 million units. The company employs approximately 75,000 people worldwide. Hyundai vehicles are sold in 193 countries through 5,000 dealerships and showrooms. As of November 2024, Hyundai is the world's third largest car maker in terms of production, behind competitors Toyota and Volkswagen. History. Early years. 1982 Hyundai Pony. Chung Ju-young, 1915-2001, founded the Hyundai Engineering and Construction Company in 1947. Hyundai Motor Company was later established in 1967, and the company's first model, the Cortina, was released in cooperation with Ford Motor Company in 1968. When Hyundai wanted to develop their own car, they hired George Turnbull in February 1974, the former managing director of Austin Morris at British Leyland. He in turn hired 5 other top British car engineers. They were body designer Kenneth Barnett, engineers John Simpson and Edward Chapman, John Crosthwaite, formerly of BRM, as chassis engineer, and Peter Slater as chief development engineer. In 1975, the Pony, the first South Korean car, was released, with styling by Giorgio Gyujiro of Ital design and powertrain technology provided by Japan's Mitsubishi Motors. Exports began in the following year to Ecuador and soon thereafter to the Benelux countries. Hyundai entered the British market in 1982, selling 2,993 cars in their first year there. In 1984, Hyundai began exporting the Pony to Canada, but not to the United States, as the Pony would not pass emissions standards there. Canadian sales greatly exceeded expectations, and it was at one point the top-selling car on the Canadian market. In 1985, the 1 millionth Hyundai car was built. Until the 1986 introduction of the larger Hyundai Grandeur, Hyundai offered a locally assembled Ford Granada for the South Korean executive market. The import of these knockdown kits was permitted as long as Hyundai exported 5 cars for every single Granada brought in. The same demands were placed on Kia. Overseas expansion. In 1986, Hyundai began to sell cars in the United States, and the XL was nominated as Best Product #10 by Fortune magazine, largely because of its affordability. The company began to produce models with its own technology in 1988, beginning with the midsize Sonata. In the spring of 1990, aggregate production of Hyundai automobiles reached the 4 million mark. In 1991, the company succeeded in developing its first proprietary gasoline engine, the four-cylinder Alpha, and also its own transmission, thus paving the way for technological independence. In 1996, Hyundai Motor India Limited was established with a production plant in Irangatu near Chennai, India. In 1998, after a shake-up in the South Korean auto industry caused by overambitious expansion and the Asian financial crisis, Hyundai acquired the majority of rival Kia Motors. Design and quality improvements. In 1998, Hyundai began to overhaul its image in an attempt to establish itself as a world-class brand. Chung Ju-young transferred leadership of Hyundai Motor to his son, Chung Mong-koo, in 1999. Hyundai's parent company, Hyundai Motor Group, invested heavily in the quality, design, manufacturing, and long-term research of its vehicles. It added a 10-year or 100,000 mile, 160,000 kilometers, warranty to cars sold in the United States and launched an aggressive marketing campaign. In 2004, Hyundai was ranked second in initial quality in a survey /study by J.D. Power and Associates in North America. Hyundai is now one of the top 100 most valuable brands worldwide according to Interbrand. Since 2002, Hyundai has also been one of the worldwide official sponsors of the FIFA World Cup. In 2004, Hyundai Motor Company had $57.2 billion in sales in South Korea, making it the country's second largest corporation, or chaebol, after Samsung. Worldwide sales in 2005 reached 2,533,695 units, an 11% increase over the previous year. In 2006, the South Korean government initiated an investigation of Chung Mong-koo's practices as head of Hyundai, suspecting him of corruption. On the 28th of April, 2006, Chung was arrested and charged for embezzlement of 100 billion South Korean won, $106 million. As a result, Hyundai Vice Chairman and CEO, Kim Dong-jin, replaced him as head of the company. In 2011, Hyundai sold 4.05 million cars worldwide, and the Hyundai Motor Group was the world's fourth largest automaker behind GM, Volkswagen and Toyota. On the 30th of September, 2011, Yong Sung-suk announced his retirement as CEO of Hyundai Motor Company. In the interim replacement period, Chung Mong-koo and Kim Yuk-jo divided the duties of the CEO position. In 2014, Hyundai started an initiative to focus on improving vehicle dynamics in its vehicles and hired Albert Biermann, former vice president of engineering at BMW, to direct chassis development for Hyundai vehicles, stating, "The company intends to become a technical leader in ride and handling, producing vehicles that lead their respective segments for driver engagement." 2020 present. On the 14th of October, 2020, Yoo-sun Chung was inaugurated as the new chairman of the Hyundai Motor Group. His father, Chung Mong-koo, has been made honorary chairman. In April 2021, the company said that its profits rose by 187%, the highest rise in 4 years. The company recorded a profit of $1.16 billion from the beginning of 2021 until March. In June 2021, Hyundai Motor Group completed its acquisition of a controlling interest in the robotics firm, Boston Dynamics. Hyundai Motor Group now takes an 80% share of the company. In October 2024, Hyundai Motor said it had signed a 610 GWh (GWH) power purchase agreement (PPA) with SKE and S and other partners, the latest in its renewable energy transition efforts. In November 2024, the company announced that its global chief operating officer, Jose Munoz, will hold the new role of global co-CEO beginning the 1st of January 2025. Munoz will be the first foreigner to hold such a high executive post in a giant South Korean conglomerate. The promotion is said to be credited to Munoz's resilience and strategies in pushing for record sales in the North America region. Design emphasis. This section needs expansion. You can help by making an edit request. February 2021. In 2006, Hyundai hired Thomas Berkel as head of the company's design center in Russelsheen, Germany. Berkel had previously worked for BMW, having designed the BMW 3 Series, E46, and the BMW 6 Series, E63. Hyundai's current design philosophy is known as fluidic sculpture, which is heavily inspired by nature. In 2018, the company announced the Sensuous Sport in its next-generation design direction. The design philosophy was unveiled at the 2018 Geneva Motor Show, demonstrated by the La Fille Rouge concept car, and has been rolled out into their recent models, ranging from sedans to SUVs. The Sensuous Sport in its design identity and strategy has won Design Management Institute's DMI Design Value Award 2020. Research and Development. Hyundai has 6 research and development centers, located in South Korea, 3 offices, Germany, Japan and India. Additionally, a center in California develops designs for the United States. Hyundai established the Hyundai Design Center in Fountain Valley, California in 1990. The center moved to a new $30 million facility in Irvine, California in 2003, and was renamed the Hyundai Kia Motors Design and Technical Center. The facility also housed Hyundai America Technical Center, Inc., a subsidiary responsible for all engineering activities in the U.S. for Hyundai. Hyundai America Technical Center moved to its new 200,000 square foot, 19,000 m, $117 million headquarters in Superior Township, Michigan, near Ann Arbor, in 2005. In 2004, Hyundai America Technical Center completed construction of its Hyundai Forward/Kia Proving Ground in California City, California. The 4,300-acre, 17 kilometers, facility is located in the Mojave Desert and features a 6.4-mile, 10.3 kilometers, oval track, a vehicle dynamics area, a vehicle handling course inside the oval track, a paved hill road, and several special surface roads. A 30,000 square foot, 2,800 m, complex featuring offices and indoor testing areas is located on the premises as well. The facility was built at a cost of $50 million. In the 2021 review of WIPO's annual World Intellectual Property Indicators, Hyundai ranked as 4th in the world for its 141 industrial design registrations being published under the Hague system during 2020. This position is up on their previous 7th place ranking for 57 industrial design registrations being published in 2019. Regional operations. See also, list of Hyundai Motor Company manufacturing facilities. Hyundai has invested in manufacturing plants in North America, India, the Czech Republic, Russia, China and Turkey, as well as research and development centers in Europe, Asia, North America and the Pacific Rim. North America. Main article, Hyundai Motor America. United States. Hyundai Motor America began selling cars in the United States on the 20th of February, 1986, with a single model, the Hyundai XL. That year, Hyundai set a record of selling the most automobiles in its first year of business in the United States compared to any other car brand. Total sales in 1986 were 168,882. Initially well received, the XL's faults soon became apparent. Cost-cutting measures caused reliability to suffer. With an increasingly poor reputation for quality, Hyundai sales plummeted, and many dealerships either earned their profits on repairs or abandoned the product. At one point, Hyundai became the butt of many jokes, i.e. Hyundai stands for Hope You Understand Nothing's drivable and inexpensive. In response, Hyundai began investing heavily in the quality, design, manufacturing, and long-term research of its vehicles. The company added free maintenance for the first 2 years or 24,000 miles for all its new cars sold, starting with the 1992 model year. It also added a 10-year or 100,000 mile, 160,000 kilometers, powertrain warranty, known as the Hyundai Advantage, to its vehicles sold in the United States. Hyundai incorporated a new manufacturing facility, Hyundai Motor Manufacturing Alabama, in April 2002. The new plant in Montgomery, Alabama, was completed during 2004, at a cost of $1.7 billion. Production started in May 2005. It employed more than 3,000 workers in 2012. By 2004, sales had dramatically increased, and the reputation of Hyundai cars improved. In 2004, Hyundai tied with Honda for initial brand quality in a survey/study from J.D. Power and Associates, for having 102 problems per 1,000 vehicles. This made Hyundai second in the industry, only behind Toyota, for initial vehicle quality. The company continued this tradition by placing third overall in J.D. Power's 2006 initial quality survey, behind only Porsche and Lexus. In 2009, the Hyundai Genesis luxury sedan was named 2009 North American Car of the Year, the first for Hyundai. It also won the 2009 Canadian Car of the Year after winning its category of Best New Luxury Car under $50,000. The Hyundai's V8 tow engine in the Genesis received 2009 Ward's 10 Best Engines Award. In January 2012, the Hyundai Elantra was named the North American Car of the Year at the North American International Auto Show, selling more than 200,000 cars since the model's redesigned debut. Supernal. The Hyundai Motor Company established Supernal, an urban air mobility (UAM) subsidiary, in the United States in 2020. The name means best quality and heavenly. On the 8th of November, 2023, Hyundai announced plans to build a plant in the US to produce flying taxis. As of February 2025, a full-scale technology demonstrator was undergoing ground testing. The prototype uses wingtip tilting rotors and 4 propellers fixed on booms that connect the wing to a Bronco tail, named after the Rockwell of 10 Bronco tail. In 2023, Supernal established its headquarters in Washington, D.C. Its research and development facility is in Fremont, California, and its engineering headquarters is in Irvine, California. Canada. In 1989, Hyundai Auto Canada Incorporated opened a stamping and assembly plant in Bromont, Quebec, employing 800. The plant cost $387.7 million, with Quebec and Canadian federal government subsidies of $131 million. The plant was designed to manufacture approximately 2,000 Hyundai Sonatas per week. Subsequently, Chrysler and Hyundai considered a joint venture that would have Chrysler rebranding the Sonata manufactured at Bromont, only to later announce the deal had failed. The Bromont plant was operational for 4 years before it closed, with Hyundai sales unable to support the plant. With boost in sales in 2009, Hyundai Auto Canada Incorporated is currently planning to build a new plant in Canada and resume production in Canada. Hyundai subsequently sold the plant, which was eventually purchased by Olymbec Inc., a Quebec real estate developer. Hyundai is the #1 import car brand in Canada without a local plant. Sales over 100,000 cars per year mark in 2012. Mexico. Hyundai Motor Mexico entered the Mexican market in 2014 with the imported vehicles such as Grand i10, the Elantra, and the 935. Soon afterwards, the Hyundai Sonata joined the lineup. Prior to the introduction of the Hyundai brand for non-commercial vehicles, Hyundai passenger vehicles, light-duty cargo vans, and passenger vans were distributed by Chrysler de Mexico, branded as Dodge. South America. Brazil. Main article, Hyundai Motor Brazil. In October 2012, Hyundai launched a new small bi-fuel car, the HB20, designed specifically for the Brazilian mass market. The car was developed under the Projeto HB, Hyundai Brazil, project, and is built at a new Hyundai factory in Brazil, located in Piracicaba, São Paulo. The plant is the first wholly owned Hyundai plant in Latin America. With an investment of around $1.2 billion, the plant has the capacity to produce 180,000 cars per year under 3 shifts. Hyundai vehicles have also been produced in Brazil by local partner, Co-Group at a plant located in Anápolis, Goiás. Production here started with the HR model in 2007, and continued with the Tucson in 2010, the HD78 truck in 2011, and the 935 in 2013. Asia. China. Main article, Beijing Hyundai. Hyundai formed a 50-50 joint venture with Beijing Automotive Group since 2002 to produce cars in China. The joint venture is called Beijing Hyundai, which also manufactures several models which are exclusive to the Chinese market. It began operations in China by producing Sonata in December 2002. The joint venture sold 700,000 passenger cars in 2010, 855,995 car sales in 2012, and 2014 saw the company sell 1,120,000 vehicles. At its peak, the company had 5 plants, 3 located in Beijing, 1 in Hubei, and 1 in Chongqing. Hyundai cars sold well in China until 2016, when sales fell by half because of their over-reliance on sedans, poor brand images, and local Chinese automakers compete with price-competitive SUVs. It marked the start of a slump that continued into 2019, when the company announced plans to cut jobs in the region. Hyundai partnership. Between 2002 and 2010, Hyundai Motor had produced Chinese market versions of the Hyundai Matrix, the Hyundai Santa Fe and the Hyundai Terracan. The Santa Fe was the 5th most purchased SUV in China in 2010, and some of Hyundai's versions may greatly differ from those sold in other markets. Hyundai ended its partnership with Hyundai in 2010. Commercial vehicles. In October 2010, Hyundai signed an agreement with Sichuan Nanjun Automobile on setting up a commercial vehicle joint venture called Sichuan Hyundai Motor Company Limited. India. Main article, Hyundai Motor India. Hyundai Motor India Limited, MIL, was formed on the 6th of May, 1996. During the entry of Hyundai in 1996, fellow South Korean Daewoo had entered the Indian automobile market just 3 years before, while Ford, Opel and Honda had entered less than a year back. Hyundai's first car in the country, the Hyundai Santro, was launched on the 23rd of September, 1998 and was considered a success. It became the second best-selling car in the country from 2000. Hyundai has 2 manufacturing plants in India located at Sriperumbudur in the Indian state of Tamil Nadu. Both plants have a combined annual capacity of 600,000 units. In the year 2007, Hyundai opened its R&D facility in Hyderabad, employing now nearly 450 engineers from different parts of the country. Hyundai Motor India Engineering, HMIE, gives technical and engineering support in vehicle development to Hyundai's main R&D center in Nanyang, Korea. Hyundai is currently the second largest auto exporter from India. It is making India the global manufacturing base for small cars. In June 2017, the Competition Commission of India imposed 87 crore, $13.6 million, penalty for unfair business practices with respect to providing discounts for cars. Bangladesh. Hyundai vehicles are assembled in Bangladesh with local partner, Fair Technology. Its manufacturing plant in Bangabandhu High Tech Park was opened on the 19th of January, 2023. The current focus is on importing completely knocked down, CKD, parts and assembling those in the facility. The plant is expected to manufacture 10,000 cars per year. Japan. Hyundai started to market its vehicles in 2001. Despite having growing sales worldwide, Hyundai struggled in Japan, having sold only 15,095 passenger cars from 2001 to 2009. Following an announcement in November 2009, Hyundai pulled their passenger car division out of the Japanese market and focused on their commercial vehicle division instead. According to the newspaper The Chosun Ilbo, the reason for Hyundai's failure in the car market was due to the company's inability to recognize the value of small cars due to parking spaces. For instance, actor Bae Yong-joon was hired to endorse the mid-sized Sonata in Japan to appeal to housewives who watched the drama Winter Sonata. The marketing campaign backfired, as large sedans are driven primarily by middle-aged men, while housewives prefer compact cars. In addition, the Sonata was priced too similarly to its Japanese rivals, which resulted in poor sales. The company said that it is possible for them to come back to Japan fully if market conditions continue to improve. On the 9th of February, 2022, Hyundai announced a comeback to Japan by marketing eco-friendly vehicles like the Ioniq 5 and Neko with pre-orders from May 2022 for delivery beginning in July 2022 under the company name Hyundai Mobility Japan. As of 2022, Hyundai Mobility Japan operates an office and R&D center in Yokohama. In addition, they only operate their sales through online means only. Philippines. Hyundai first entered the Philippine market with the Hyundai XL compact car and the Hyundai Grace van in the early 1990s, later introducing the Hyundai Stair X and the second-generation Hyundai Elantra towards the end of the decade. Hyundai Asia Resources, Incorporated, HARI, was the distributor of Hyundai passenger cars and currently the official distributor of Hyundai commercial vehicles in the country. The company was appointed by Hyundai Motor Company of South Korea in August 2001 as the official distributor of Hyundai vehicles in the Philippines. In early 2022, Hyundai Motor Philippines, Incorporated, HMPH, became the official distributor of Hyundai passenger cars in the country after the company took over its passenger car operation.